If you have these three signs, people may say that you are drifting away from God. Sign 1. You don't want to pray anymore. And people may say you need to pray more, but they don't know that you still believe in God and you want to get closer to him, but you just don't know what to say. You just don't know how to express your situations and your adversities in front of God. That doesn't mean that you are far away from God. And sometimes faith doesn't mean a long and beautiful prayer full of verses. Sometimes faith is just whispering, God, God, I don't know what to say. That is also a prayer too. Okay? Sign 2. The worship feels empty. People might say you lose your fire. You are not worshiping like before. You need to fix your heart. You need to lift your hands. You need to sing the hymns with a louder voice. But maybe they don't know that you are standing there with a tired soul. Maybe they don't know that you want to feel God again. You want to feel touched again. Maybe a verse, maybe a hymn, maybe some sign from God. But your heart has been carrying too much from the burdens on your shoulder. So it doesn't mean that you're far away from God just because you don't feel it. Worship is simply staying in the church, is insisting going to the church even when your heart feels numb. Okay? Sign 3. You feel distant from God. People may say, that's because you're not close enough to God. That's because you're doing something wrong. You probably made something wrong. You probably made some mistakes that you didn't tell God, but God knows it all. That's because your faith is weak. That's because you've been hiding God from something. But maybe they don't see the pressure you've been carrying, the disappointment that you've never talked about in front of them, the quiet battles that you've been kept hiding in yourself. So maybe God didn't look at you and say you are drifting away. God wouldn't say that in front of you. Maybe he looks at you and says, my child, you are tired, come to me. That is God wants to say to you. So if you don't want to pray, if the worship feels empty, if God feels far away from you, if you feel like you haven't been touched by God anymore, or like for a long time, people may think that you are walking away from God, or you feel like you're walking away from God, but maybe you are not walking away. God is not only close to the strong, he is close to the weary heart too. God bless you and loves you. If you have these